Good morning, France. How are we doing today? Has everybody had a good weekend? And to the Canadians, happy Thanksgiving, which is the day officially, but I started on Friday. Our turkey is almost gone. And I say our turkey, my brother and I made it together. It was delicious. Although he likes to do weird things sometimes, and he tried to spatchcock the turkey and he broke its ribs. So there were bones in it. And my stuffing wasn't quite right because he insisted on me using the dried thyme and not fresh thyme. It's never right whenever I make it with that. It's never quite right the way it's supposed to be. It's a bit frustrating. So I used lots of the dried thyme in hopes that they would give me fresh thyme next time I make it. I'm willing to use the dried thyme. I will mix it with fresh thyme, but oh my goodness, I'm not using fully dried thyme. I also have to get some new meds this week because they're running out. Necromancer was first today, Gunk Lobster was second, and Neff was third. And Ross is fourth. Hello, Ross. Neff has redeemed his streak. Oh, I gotta scratch my hands first. They're super itchy first thing in the morning. I think it's my, my low blood pressure. Maybe I have high blood pressure now. I used to have low blood pressure in the mornings. It's Thanksgiving today for us, Ross. So most people are getting together with family and having turkey. No church. And tea is cool enough for me to drink. Just barely. Perhaps not enough. When I said just barely, I meant just barely not. Dwarf! Thank you for the hydrate. And the posture check. Everybody on Shrimp and Spines so early in the morning. We just had a stretch, so I don't need to unshrimp very much. Although I am a little bit stiff. It's Columbus Invasion Day in the US. What a shame. I think you guys should just stop calling it that. Just stay away from it. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Dwarf. I kept forgetting, you're Canadian, right? You don't celebrate it one bit? Good. Someone else said you're too nice to be an American. Maybe Americans are the ones that are wrong. Maybe Americans are just too mean to be American. Yeah, I started my Thanksgiving celebrations on Friday with my dad's birthday and Tesla's birthday. He really likes turkey, but turkey has taurine in it, and cats can't synthesize taurine in their bodies, and they really need it to, survive, which is why they're obligate carnivores. Now you know. Land of maple syrup and poutine. And trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and trees and rocks and water. You see, you don't mistaken kindness with complacency. Canadians are quite vicious. And I love it how kindness is seen as a bad virtue, but it's it is literally, is it not one of the actual virtues? We're peaceful, not harmless, indeed. Yeah, charity. Charity is one of the spiritual virtues of the Christian faith. What's that? If I was guilty of, say, a deadly sin, I think we could all guess which one it is. Wrath. No spoons left, only knives. I need to make it like an Antifa set of stickers. With the opossum for the trans kids. Just the no spoons, only knives. And where the inventor of basketball was born. Indeed! We had a ball, we had baskets, and we're just like, yes. Put the baskets up really high. You despise anime? Neff, you just haven't found the right anime. There is something for everyone. FMA Brotherhood is one of those classic animes that's just like chef's kiss. It's the right amount of serious, silly, great storytelling, fantastic story. Brotherhood is the remake that follows the manga more closely. It's heart-wrenching in places. Neff, you just haven't found the right anime. What is it about anime that you find irritating? Put the knives, bend the forks, smash the bottles and bone the corks, chip the glasses, and crack the place. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. The art style. Okay, no. There are a lot of anime with very well written stories. Have you ever seen Akira? Okay, you've only watched bad anime. What anime have you seen? That's a good piece, Ross. I haven't actually seen Ninja Scroll. Akira is like one of those, like, it is art. It is a true piece of art, that one. That one doesn't have bad character representations. That one just has characters. Akira is an older film, but it's a very good film. Princess Mononoke, another good film. Kiki's Delivery Service, excellent film. Pretty much anything you watch by Studio Ghibli will be excellent. Mainstream stuff nowadays. I'm trying to think of something. Cowboy Bebop again, an old series, really well done. Good story, good characters, great music. Hellsing is alright. Don't like Dragon Ball. Never have. I haven't seen Blood the Last Vampire. Witch Hunter Robin is alright. Bit confusing. I haven't seen either of those two. Gungrave. Haven't seen. Pokemon and Digimon are literally for kids. But Digimon is superior to Pokemon, I will say it. Pokemon is just so gosh darn repetitive. Digimon actually tries new shit. So I agree with Harley on that one. I hate the art style of Dragon Ball. I just really hate it, and I hate the way it gets drawn out. Like, they could make the series, like, an eighth of its size, and it would be great. Was it Erased, or... Yeah, I think it was Erased was really good. It was a 13-episode series. Apothecary Diaries is actually excellent. Yes, Digimon is superior to Pokemon. I will die on that hill. 5 minutes for Dragon Cross, like 19 episodes. Oh my god, yes. DBZ was. Bleh. Okay, that's just bad anime. Or anime that's making fun of anime. Episodes per day to get rid of it. Oh my god. That's bad. Ayashi no Saris made me cry a lot. Don't think I'll ever watch it again. Fruits Basket also makes you cry a lot. Evangelion, really depressing. The new Evangelion, really depressing, but ends well. Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle made me want to throw the manga against the wall when it ended. Because Sharon ended up being his own great-grandfather or something. It was like fucked up. Yeah, I've only seen like little bits of Gundam. Kenshi was pretty funny. Yeah, but that's just Asian humor now. Like Slayers had some funny proportions, but it was pretty great. The main character, Lena Inverse, she's a mage, and she tends to blow stuff up a little much. She's like 5 feet tall, small boobs, always complains about having small boobs. And she could kick ass and blow cities away. She often does. She makes a lot of mistakes. And it's funny. But that was like a 90s anime. Neff, that's only a small portion of anime. And then there's some really weird stuff like Cat Shit 1. That's a fucked up anime. Furikuri, again, another weird, fucked up anime. Macross. Macross doesn't seem to really have any of those tropes at all. I liked Macross Plus and Macross Frontier. Didn't like the original Macross so much. And I don't see, I've never seen that statement about anime artists trying to make the most realistic art they can. Look, if you don't like anime, you don't like anime, but I just feel like you haven't seen the right one. No, anime is great. But so is live action stuff. It's just another art form. There's lots about anime that's absolutely fantastic. I'm just trying to think of one that you might like, but if it's the art style itself, seeing as, you know, you can go from Hello Kitty to Akira, you can't say it's the art style because you haven't seen all of the art styles. There's cat shit one to Ghibli. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. I guess you prefer the more serious things, which is why I suggested Akira, but apparently you've seen Akira. Akira is definitely a strange one, but it's very serious. It's very well done. All of that is hand animated. There's no computer or CGI. Okay, Atlas, great. Maybe it's just you don't get some of the Japaneseisms, the cultural differences. Personally, I think the noodle arms are hilarious. Nyeru. That's just, I think it's the Japaneseisms that you seem to disagree with. Probably their sense of humor. It's just not for you, and that's fine. Atla was another great series. There's a lot of American animations that are just as good. Ah! Thanks to the hydrate death. Okay, like, I'm like a first-class weeaboo, and I will never say something's not a real anime. Rick! Oh my god, good morning! Happy Thanksgiving. How you doing? I'm back in Ottawa now, by the way. I live here now. So you know. There's a cat in my house. In my parents' house. Oh yeah, I've been here for like 3 weeks now. I would have thought everybody knew by now. I know I stream at an unusual time and I haven't painted a goddamn thing right now. We've been too busy talking. Okay, at least you understand that you have a bias towards not liking it because people are snobbish about it. I don't think people should gatekeep anime, considering anime itself was inspired by Disney. And they're like, well, we could do our own thing, and they did their own thing, and now it's become, like, really huge. And there are Korean anime and Chinese anime. One of my favorite quote-unquote animes is Chinese. It's weird to hear Chinese when you're watching what is ostensibly anime, but it's still one of my favorites. But yes, that's because anime is a Japanese term. So anime refers to Japanese animation, and that's why some people are like, nah, 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 nah. I thought that Atla was an anime when I first saw it. People were like, oh no, it's gonna be so long for the next one to come out, and I'm like, I'll just watch it in Japanese. And they're like, it's not, and I'm like, what? What do you mean it's not Japanese? It's so good. This can't be American. American animations are never this good. Atla really changed my view on American-made animation, which is great. Yeah, Neff, I can understand why you have, like, a bias towards anime. You might like... Well, actually, you probably wouldn't like Trigun, because Vash does some pretty weird stuff. But, he's still funny as hell. No one told you. I did say it in the Discord. Queen Boo! Good morning! Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. Yeah, when they tend to take American characters and bring them over to Japan, like in the case of Blade and X-Men and them, it just doesn't work. They don't do it right. And there, Rick said it. According to Japan, all animation is anime. Because it's animation. And they just shorten shit. Like, convenience store is kombini. Any convenience store, whether it's a 7-Eleven in America or something else in South Africa, will still be a kombini. Make me use the time I got before I make a minimal 160. 160 kilometers to the airport. Ross, is there not one that's closer? Cora, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. Oh, by the way, Neff, Rick is one of the locals to us, by the way. He's a good friend. You're rarely on Discord. Well, that's a problem. Dance and dinos. Dance and dinos. No, Trigon's so good, and the new one's pretty good too. The new one was actually well done. I at first, when I first saw Vash's redesign, I was like, oh, what did they do to them? They turned him into a Zoomy. But I actually really like it. I fell in love with it once I got to know that version of the character. I fell in love with it. I love the new Vash. She's adorable. I'm surprised that, like, ones that are, like, critically acclaimed anime, you're just like, nah, they're awful. Have you tried watching some of the dramas instead? Some of the slower series? If you set him on fire, he'll be less worried about your driving as he may have other priorities. I like Queen Boo's idea. Do not actually set him on fire. I have to say that for disclaimer reasons. But, yes. This road brought to you Raycon everyday earbuds noise cancelling mode. 160 is around him. Jesus Christ. Cops freeze is the police enemy. She's 3,000 years old, I swear. Yeah, that's apparently Vampire Hunter D is a more serious one. Never did end up seeing it. Could never find a download for it. But you could try some of the Chinese animes. They're pretty good too. They're called Donghua. So Donghua. I really like Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, as you all know. Yeah, I try not to say you're going to love this to anyone anymore. I just say, this is what I really like. Maybe you might like it because we have similar interests. I'm not a sliding scale. Good morning, Mutals. Happy Thanksgiving. My headache is finally on. I was down for the count on Saturday. I had a migraine all day. I was nauseous. It was awful. I actually don't feel like painting much right now, to be honest. I am just very happy to be vibing. Wakfu. Wakfu is a French anime, and it's really good. Yeah, no, those people are just gatekeeping anime. As Rick said, Japan considers all animation anime because it's just a shortened form for animation. It's just people attribute it to Japanese animation because anime, quote unquote, itself has been so influential across the globe for its stylization and the way they do characterizations and humor and stuff. See, I don't know Calamity Jane. But I like to know new stuff. I like to experience new things. Legend of Calamity Jane. Yeah, I don't know it. Lupin the Third is also well, it's Japanese, but I think it was done by a French studio. Lupin the Third is another good classic. Castle Cagliostro is really, really good film. Well done. Of course, you can't go wrong with anything from Studio Ghibli. I haven't even seen their newest one yet, and I can rest assured it's probably excellent. I've never seen Grave of the Fireflies, oddly enough. But I'm told it's very sad. I am very much a Kiki's Delivery Service kind of girl. My girly side of me, Kiki's Delivery Service 100%. Even my boyish side of me, Kiki's Delivery Service 100%. I just want to be Kiki. I got my own black cat. He looks kind of like Gigi. Just can't talk. Tries to sometimes. Oh my god, Saitama is fantastic. I love him. He's super overpowered and he just doesn't give a shit about it. He's just so bored. He did get to have fun with that one dude, though. I feel like I should be painting. I want to get this painting done. Oh yeah, I wore out my VHS tape on Princess Mononoke. Literally, I wore it out. I was working on the sleeves. I enjoy watching Dr. Stone, but it's not like a great series. I think Apothecary Diaries is one of the best ones to come out recently. Because it really focuses on, like, the sin of ignorance. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's ignorance. Well, I hope you drive safe, Ross. I mean, I no doubt that you will drive safe, but still, I hope the drive is safe. Death Sans quote, "We're not afraid of you gods in human disguise. We're afraid of the man who says he's one of us. The mortal who goes by the name Medic." Always be afraid of Medic. He sounds like a menace. I hope Ross's dad doesn't drive him crazy enough to steer into the barrier at top speed. My other brother almost did something like this. So after an election in 2017, insisting on playing things on the car radio while I'm driving. For about 2 hours. $135 titles down, trying to find the one you're thinking of. Yeah, so. What was it about? That might be easier, although I'm not guaranteed to know because I don't usually have time to watch a lot of stuff. What kind of car? Because that narrows it down pretty fast. The specific kind of car will narrow it down quite a bit. $1960 Cadillac DeVille. Okay, so it's not Lupin the Third. Because he was a gentleman thief. Is it Arsène Lupin? Probably based off of... no. Animation. Yeah, there's another Lupin series from France as well. It's a 1996 series. What's it called? Knighthood? List of French television animated series. Do you know what year it was from? Uthway, good morning. We're trying to help Neff find the title of an animated series from France with a gentleman thief character that's not Lupin, but it's the car he has is like based on a Cadillac or something. Oh, I might have found it. Never mind. So it is Lupin, but different Lupin. It did air in Canada. And it's done in the more sort of Americanized style. Well, there you go. I found it for you. So, gentleman thief characters are usually based off of Lupin, who was an actual person I believe. Yeah. Lupin the Third is a Japanese animated series and a few movies based on the character. And he's called the Third because I guess he's the guy's grandson or something. I don't know the lore behind Lupin the Third. I just know in French it would be pronounced Lupin. Hey, Tyler. How you doing?
_seaman_demon is visiting the island.
A seaman demon. Bingus boingus, my doingus is here. You've come to the right place. I am an incubus. and we're an island nation. You're a perfect fit, my friend. You're a Demore at heart already. At least in name. Because we are seaman demons. In more ways than one. Since I grew up mostly French, it was Les Exploits that Arsène de Lupin. Which is why I find it so hard to find in English. Okay, so now you know the English name is Knighthood. N-I-G-H-T. And Hood. Probably like as in Robin Hood. Because I guess they decided that Lupin was, or the gentleman thief Lupin, was not good enough for English. Want to be the truest sense of the seaman demon. This is always going to be something in the way of anything. Yep. Welcome back, Ross. But hello, demon. You fit right in here. My name is Sayaka. I am an artist. We are working on a painting of Kit and Maddie from the YouTube channel Skilltree at the LARP Conquest of Mythodia, of which I attend. So I'm painting a gift for a couple of friends of mine. Doesn't matter if it's 4 miles or 40 plus, there's always something. Gotta love it. Yep. Remember, Ross, just chill. And, I don't know, start telling them to drive themselves places. What could possibly come up? It's only 4 miles, construction 500 feet ahead on the road. Yeah. So my dilemmas this morning, the first day of a week off. Do I want to go to the zoo? Do I want to stream? Or should I instead continue the deep cleaning project I started over the weekend? All of them! Stream while deep cleaning, and then take us all to the zoo with you. I will allow that term. That term is allowed here. Scientific! Oh, this car is based on 1933 Rolls-Royce Phantom 2 Continental. Gurney nutting. Oh my god! The name of that car! It's like my desk. It's the IKEA jerker. I want to make the model from a channel and make it an individual sperm. Do it. I don't know if it'll get banned, but do it anyways, because that would be freaking hilarious. Stream plans are art, and then cooking, and then back to art. Well, you could work a little bit on your deep cleaning project, and then you could go to the zoo for the day, and then come back and stream in the evening. Do your cooking first and then art. You know, pack the day full, why not? You only live once. So I'll go to the zoo and see which parent is the latest idiot to let their child climb into the pen with the wild animals. There used to be this zoo that I went to when I was really, really little. It was like one of those like side of the road kind of things. I don't even know the name of it. It was somewhere in southern Ontario. And it was, I mean, the area is probably built up now, but, like, it was, like, the middle of nowhere. And they have flamingos, and I loved it. Pre-World War II cars are interesting. Yeah, and then we ran out of materials in the World Wars. The glasses and how will they know? Oh yeah, the Groucho glasses. I had that going for my birthday earlier this year. I don't think I can... Wait, hold on. Maybe I can put them on? Where's my Vignon? Miscellaneous? Forget how to do it. Effects? No, no. Props. It's probably props. There we go. These ones. I'm back. Did you think I was gone forever? Okay, we're gonna turn those off now. But yes, that's a Vignon prop you can get. I can't remember whether I went and donated some money to the creator of that. I don't remember. I should do that. I should double check. It's just July. I had too many bills. I don't have any bills anymore. I just have my phone now. And whatever money I spend on Palia. I swear that game. They get me every time. Well, not really. Most of the time I don't buy stuff from Palia. From the game Stuntman 2, I go driving, it's very scarce. James Bond, The Standing was Live Twice for Tomorrow. A Scarab of the Lost Souls. I like good parody titles. There's nothing better than a good parody. Us Canadians love them. because we just like to make fun of things. It's how we get through the harsh reality. Stick me up here more. Medic, looks like I did it again. Mixed up the brain with the heart. Well, it's not my fault they look the same. This man is blind. Every battlefield's worst nightmare. Medic. Not the medic, just medic. Just sent you a couple of pictures of how Cargo is sleeping, laying on me while listening to your stream. Nice. I'll look in just a moment. Get a little bit of focus here. Ah! Thanks for the hider, enough. And the stretch.
Oh, I'm trying to choke on the tea.
I needed that. Stretch out the rib cage. Thanks, Steph. Alright, we check the Discord. Where is my Discord? Right there. All these applications are starting to look the same. He's literally laying across your face. Oh, I love it. That's adorable. He's not making it. No, he's clearly not making it easy. Cats be cats. Yeah, Tesla will, like... Thanks for the hydrate death. Tesla will... I have a concussion. Tesla will, like, lie, at the top of my head. Like, just behind my head, between the pillows and the wall. And then he starts kneading. And he keeps catching my hair in his kneading. Right here. Granted, these guys are panthers, but only one guy can turn. What? Oh. Cats be cats. Okay. The idea of action was to, as soon as he sat down, crawl all over him. Julian just went biting his head, but then rub his head like... Yeah, cats can play rough. Tesla wasn't really socialized with other kittens, so he tends to be a little bit too rough with them. With others. I think we're finally getting there with a sleeve. I've been putting this sleeve off. So finally finished that story. I guess after everything today, I'll try to at least just draft the next story you have in mind. Nice. Writing is a good outlet. So how this goes. Not like that. Can't believe I'm doing most of this with the airbrush. think someone's knocking on my door. Or not. It was just Tesla pushing my door open. Hi, Nugs. Woo woo. I have a nugget. You were just in the litter box. Hello. I have a Babbins. She's adorable. She's so soft and fluffy and warm. Thanks, Queen Boo. I am rather proud of it. There's still a lot to do, but we're getting there. I was putting off Maddie's hands and sleeves because, oh god, they were so complicated. You would think that the little sunbelt would have been more complicated, but it's not. These little sleeves with the filigree bits. Tesla, are you soft and fluffy? Are you gonna be freaked out later when I start moving furniture around in this room again? Josh? Just tried to paint my OBS. That's not how that works. I heard that blue jay. He's just like, bee! Upsetty spaghetti. Thanks for the hydrate, Death. Sproggy going. Alright, see you later, Ross. Sunbelt does look epic. It's like photorealistic and insane. Yeah, I still need to fix this one. When I reshaped it with the liquefy tool, it blurred it a little. It's the downside to the liquefy tool. Oh my god, why is there chains outside? Ah! Good god. You'd think moving to suburbia would be quieter, but no. Student, what is love? Teacher, when two lonely hearts beat a symphony. Student, whoa. Meanwhile in heaven. Angel, what is love? God, brain juices secrete so they'll breed. Angel, gross. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Ah! Stop with the chainsaw! Trying to stream! I'm a professional streamer. Meh. It's a goddamn holiday year. Why? 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 Angry QB noises. Oh my goodness. Losing me mind. All this kind of blends together, doesn't it? The actual brush here. Need the ability to drag some of the colors around. Song's gonna be stuck in your head all day now. Excellent. That's why I'm painting on the wrong layer. What kind of damage did I do that? Nothing. Oof. It's come so far, the painting. I don't know what this design is, I'm just making it up now. Because it's so blurry at this size. Can't really see it that well. But it looks to be some sort of, like, vine leaf thing. the cheese has arrived. He's come to find my cat. You might be able to hear Tesla meeping in the background. Angle was a little bit wrong. That's better. Let's see. Well, the fun part, doing all the really fine details. Yay! Might as well just get painting these in. I'm not actually mad, I'm just being silly. I enjoy the process, but also sometimes it's daunting. Oh no, Say is so mad. I have much angies. Eventually I'll figure out how this stupid cuff goes. back into quiet painting mode again. It's the hydrate death, making sure I drink my tea while it's still tepid at least. And the posture check. Everybody on Shrimpline Spines. Able to wave back and forth. Slip into a street. It feels so good. All this intense concentration. Thank you for the hydrate, Coral. Getting pretty far with this painting. God, I hope this turns out. And there's the lawnmowers. Ah. I don't know what I'm humming. Thanks to hide it again, Dad. Gonna have to step away and make some more tea. Just wanted to get a little bit of extra line in here. A bit right here. Necromancer is redeemed a stretch. Death has redeemed another hydrate. Well, it's a good a time as any to step back and take a look at where the sleeve is. Let's center this. And there we go, that button. That is looking so good. Gonna have the last of my strawberry drink. From last night. I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna go get some tea. So we'll be right back. I'll just leave this up so that thumbnails. find my tunic because it's a little bit cold. The question is, where is the tunic? I think the wind's coming out of the north, so I gotta close the windows. Now here's the problem. I have cleaned my room, quote unquote. It's a never-ending process. Here it is. I actually folded it, that's why I couldn't find it. But I'm cold. It's chilly today. Ah! Man, look how far over I am. Thanks to the Hydrate Death, I make coffee instead of tea. My shirt is strangling me. The next is socks, because me toes are cold. And then after stream, I have to shut down my computer and take everything off the desk, which is just my computer accoutrement. And then I have to put my I have to take apart the desk, find a place for all the parts, and then I have to figure out how to put the old desk back together. Cold Canadian, what is happening? Winter's coming. What's the temperature right now? Let's find out. 13 feels like 11 degrees with a high of 17. So it's probably about 14 degrees in my room. What is that in freedom units? I don't know. But it's cold. It's probably like, what, 37 or 40? Let's find out. $14 degrees, 57. Fahrenheit is still a weird temperature. I mean, we get cold sometimes. To be fair, I was barefoot. Step away for a second. My leg was itchy and I scratched it without thinking and now it's bleeding again. So let's just spray it with rubbing alcohol. Ooh. So that it heals. Because I haven't been healing because I've been unhealthy for the last like decade. Actually, for some reason, that doesn't hurt. Why does that not hurt? It feels like it should. just lost all nerve endings in that one spot. Ah, there it is. There's the burn. The burn of healing. Now it smells like rubbing alcohol. The sleeve is starting to look like it's supposed to. I also got a pistachio snack. Meaning I just have some pistachios. Just a small, like 30 shelled pistachios. Maybe 20. It is breakfast. It's probably all I'll eat until dinner. But yeah, I would not be surprised if we ended up having snow before Halloween this year. Toronto has lost 2 weeks of freezing nights in recent decades. It's because it's too fucking hot. We're destroying our planet. Oh, no, it looks like, it looks like the trend is hovering around, 12 to... between 19 and 12 degrees. For the rest of the month. Except for the last 4 days where it'll be 10. All above historical average. It's getting hot in here. So prepare for your species to die. How are you supposed to eat all of your candy if it's frozen? We're just tough that way. You gotta suckle on it for a little while. Like Stan Tucci on the maid's toes. In Big Trouble, the film. Featuring Tim Allen. I don't know why I said all that, but I did. Just a horrified necromancer. I can't believe I've spent like 2 hours painting a sleeve. No wonder this painting's taking so long. I tried to speed finish it, like that first week that I started it. And since I didn't get it done on time for the Conquest recap live stream, I wish they'd done a video, but eh. But because I didn't get it done, it was, I'm just taking forever. Better than 2 hours on toes. I'll have to do some foot studies, because I'm not very good at doing feet. One of the parts of your painting that I'm actually having trouble with is the feet and the high heels, so I might just, like, grab a bunch of high heel references and just paint those real fast. But maybe I'll spare you and do it in my off time and not on stream. Actually, I haven't looked at your painting in a little while. Let's take a look at that. Where is it? here somewhere. There it is. See, like, she's too pink now. Now I have to fix it. Death Sand coming back in with the shooting brains. It's a sniper rifle. The guy's got a gun! Let's unplug that hard drive. The funny part is it looks like a little sus man who's firing this giant rifle. Coffee. There's your hydrate redeem. And apparently the second one you ran while I was away. I'm not sure. Either way, I have coffee and it's nice and warm. 'Cause my hands are chilly. I wonder if the Seaman Demon is still around here to see the succubus painting that we're working on. Yeah, I feel like I need to reduce the pink in her skin a little. She's a little bit too pink now. You're free from being a pillow. That's unfortunate. You are a good pillow. Well, just a little bit too pink, though. Just need to tone it down a smidge. The problem is, it's all one layer. So if I want to change the color, I'll probably have to go in with like a... Actually, let's make a copy of it. Turn off previous copies. Hide the ruler. Now that I've figured out some tools a little bit more. Yes, yeah, I had made her far too pink. This is still a little bit gray. But, like, if I bring over the color wheel, you guys might be able to see it. Yeah. If I bring over the color wheel and I select just her skin tone, you see how red it is? When I pick a skin tone, it's normally up, like, up in this range. So things got a little messed up. It's too orange. Wow. This is what it looked like when I originally drew it. But you are a good pillow. Cargo has good taste. Okay, hide. See, like, yeah, she definitely needs to be a little bit more pink than normal, but I think, not quite so far on the pink spectrum. Death, I can't even tell what that is. Problem with doing this way is it colors the whole thing. I wonder if I can do this with the hue. I think it's hue that I need to change. I'm gonna have to be careful around like the shadowed areas. So I'll have to go back over those with a slightly different hue. Yeah, see, this is better. So we're just shifting the hue a little bit from less pink to a more peachy blush. It's still too orange. What name is this Dragon Ball? Well, there's just one ball, so it's Dragon Ball. Okay, it just needed a slight shift. Just the slightest shift. You've got to keep some of the shadow and the blush in the right places. Hue was the right choice. Apparently we're working on this now. My brush settings have changed since I last worked on this, so I have to figure those out all over again. a little bit better. It was really bothering me that her face was all messed up. Alright, see you later, Necromancer. Thanks for stopping by. Testicular torsion. Mewtwo's just coming in here with a body horror. The nose still needs so much work. I'll figure it out one day. All the emotes. There would be some reflection, wouldn't there? Noses are just so hard to paint. Build it out all over again. His noses have like this kind of shape like this, and then The little bulbs on the sides. She's looking at you straight on, so you wouldn't see so much of the nostril, but at the same time, it's gonna be light reflections. So the nostril comes up in here like this, and there's a big cavity in there. Cartilage splits actually through here. So it comes down like this. You've got the split keeps coming down. And that's why you have that like place in the skull for the sinuses. You know, standard. I haven't done enough like muscular and anatomical studies of noses. So it may be that her nose is just simply in the wrong spot. Maybe that's what's bothering me. Apparently my ADHD brain has decided that it wants to work on this now. Well, I hate it less than I did earlier. So that's a good sign. Sorry, I've gone quiet, guys. Yeah, it just makes me want to start over sometimes. Let's get away from that. Well, it got cleaned up a little bit. It's still also pretty far from done. There's something that's bothering me about this painting again. Love the background. Still not happy with the face. Makes me almost makes me want to completely erase the head and start over. Maybe it's because it's a straight on picture. Maybe I need to raise her chin a bit, tilt her head. I don't know. Also struggling with the lighting. Can't quite get it right. One day. Maybe I'll see if I can find more stock photo references. Ugh. It took too long to drink some of my coffee. And ugh. That's why I don't put whipping cream in my coffee, but it's all we have right now. From that skin on the top of it. Evan is just getting started up, and it's been so long since we raided into Evan. Guys, are we gonna raid into Evan when he gets going? He literally just went live a minute ago. Back when I checked and looked. We're gonna wait for Evan's stream to wake up a little bit, and then maybe we'll raid into him because it's been forever. He's just on the starting Zoom screen. Yeah, I like the change to the color we did on the skin today on Necromancer's piece. Death Sand, thanks for the hydrate. I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee now. Death, I haven't figured out the name of that anime. Something about dinosaur invasion. Is it Digimon? I needed to like stop and think about it. Woohoo! I got it! I saw the like wireframe planet and I'm like, probably internet? not planet, because he would have used a globe. I guess the Space Invader looks a little bit like a Tamagotchi. As soon as I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that could be a Tamagotchi kind of thing. And then it was Digimon. And of course, Agumon becomes Greymon, which is a giant T-Rex thing. I have learned that the Digimon games have actually really good music. Harley was playing Digimon, the one from 10 years ago. And I was just he was live streaming it to Discord while I chatted with him. Yeah. And I was just listening to the music in the background. I was like, wow, this game actually has really good music. It reminds me a lot of the Dot Hack soundtracks. How it had a really good vibe and music in the background. There's a hype train already in Evan's chat. So if you have a subscription to Evan, go there and resubscribe so you can get on that train. But we're gonna raid when he loads up. Woohoo! Level 2 hype train! That means I can actually get an emote this time, because I've got all the level 1 ones. Mostly because Necromancer keeps starting hype trains in this chat. Because he's a crazy man. How long does Evan usually take to start up his chat? Then again, I'm one to talk. Sometimes it takes like 15 minutes. I just want to rate when he starts up, just to scare him. Hopefully he's not lurking and listening to me. It's been so long since we've raided into Evan. I just want to be there. Oh man, we're already at a level 4 hype train. Jesus. He's doing pretty well today. Of course, he's been gone for like a month. So. God, I feel bad when I take a week off, man. If I had to take a month off, I'd probably just die. Having to take a week or two off from streaming is like the worst thing ever, because I really, really, really love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. Even if it gets really quiet like it is right now, like, I know you're still there, still lurking, still listening. I might just go ahead and finish this painting off stream, because, like, we really need to start working on something else, guys. I've got a commission to start, and I haven't even had a chance to start on that. And I still have to do my desk today. Rebuild a new desk. Well, my old desk from when I was a teenager, because we found out that this way, if I turn it sideways, it doesn't fit in the room. Because it's too deep. That's what she said. Necromancer missed that one. But I definitely like where Maddie's sleeve is going. It's so close to being right. Finally. It took so long. I need to fix a little bit of the color on the hand next to the sleeve, though. The sleeve that we were working on, that hand, needs a little bit of color. Then we need to do her collar and shoulder pieces, fix up her hair. Basically, all of her is not in the detail phase. It's not done the detail phase, like the chain for the pocket watch, and basically all we have done are the eyes, nose, mouth, the hand, and the little rat token. Everything else is not done. Why? Why is it taking so long? And then we need to do all of the chains on Kit and his little key thing that's dangling from his belt. And then I have to select his whole coat, unselect everything else, and add a grain to it. I need to clean up the background a bit. There's so much. But this painting is an 11 by 17, and I want to get 2 of them printed and send them to the skill tree. The skill tree box. Post. Mail. That's right. That's the word. I want to mail them. I want to mail a copy for each of them. And I think that'll be a nice gift. Properly painted portraits. I could even go the route of taking out the background and doing like one of those sort of medieval portraits. Where it's just the subjects and then the backgrounds are just like really just a space. Take some artistic license here. Perhaps. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do that as an option after I've finished everything else. And then make a copy of the layer. Because again, it's all on one layer. I used to be afraid of painting all on one layer, but I'm not so much anymore. If I'm doing like an anime art, I'll do separate layers. So like I'll have one for the eyes and the iris, the eye color, and blah 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 blah. And I think what I'm going to start doing is when I finish a piece, I'm going to just merge it down and get rid of the actual working file because I don't need it anymore. Or, God, I'm so I'm so torn on getting rid of the files, because in the days of AI art and everybody accusing you of being either a tracer or an AI artist, it's like, well, you've got to show your work now. Which is part of the reason why I don't like doing things off stream, because people can see the work that I'm doing on stream, but I can't stream all day long because I have other things that I have to do. I wish I could stream all day. But I just can't. That hype train is still going in Evan's chat. Wow. There's 20 more people watching him. We have 7. It's gonna be a it's gonna be a small raid today from us. Despite the fact that we had people show up that don't normally show up, it's still like a much smaller. Yeah, it's still a much smaller stream than usual. Or crowd, rather. And I'm one of my watchers, so... Ross isn't here, so a necromancer had to go. He's still, I think he's still on Mark though. I need to find a way to attract more people, but the stuff I draw, it's not fan art. Well, I mean, technically this is fan art. But I don't know, like, how do the other VTubers get so famous? Maybe I'm just not sexy enough. Maybe I need to go shirtless. Half my little man titties out. Big boob. I'll just make a female version of Nameless. Just have like really bouncy titties. Or maybe I'll just like get a version of him with a bit of a bulge and like really like hip hugging pants and just have like the V that goes down, so you just see the V and then it gets cut off by some like skinny jeans or some shit. Man. Yeah, it doesn't help that I am a gender neutral potato. And like I just want to be considered more of a boy. Oh yeah, it's God, I could do a gender swap, but I think Nameless would hate that. He would be so upset with me as a character. My character will get upset with me. He's like, no, I am not a woman. My desire to be both sexes is very strong, and it always has been ever since I was a child. Is that a thing? Like, I know there's people who are trans, but like, are there people who are trans intersex? That's the question. They just want to be both. I'm that, and there's no term for that. It's really confusing. It's so very confusing. Because most days I can't decide what I am, but I know that I'm more masc than femme. And that's it. That's really all I know about myself. I'm most comfortable being as sort of masc androgynous as possible. I was explaining this to my dad yesterday. He's very old school. He doesn't really understand trans people, but I think he's starting to get it. And the way I explained it to him, he's like, I don't understand how you would just know that you're in the wrong body. And I'm like, well, it's how you just know that you're not gay. Like, you just know. Nameless from other universes. Oh my god, if Nameless were a female Demora, he would probably be a menace. Because he would probably end up being the thing he hates the most, which is a princess. And princess in the Demora sense, were like essentially a queen. You know, ruler of one of the islands. Princess. Not like sissy kind of princess, but like, you know, I have a crown and I rule the land princess. He would probably be evil. He would probably be evil. I don't really know how to play evil myself, but yeah. I think it could be fun. I've always wanted to try to play a character that's kind of evil. I'm good at writing it, but I'm not good at playing it, you know? I can't play characters that are not lawful. Nameless tries to be lawful, and he just keeps fucking it up. So he's more hapless than anything. And I also like taking tropes and turning them on their heads, so, you know, misandrous demonesses, and, a matriarchal demon society. It's kind of like the Drow. They're basically Drow, but they're all related to QB. Every last one of them, and some of them just have a lot less QB in them than others, and Nameless just happens to have only QB. Which is why he's so attractive to humans. Compared to the others that he was banished with, which is how he ended up the way he did. In the profession, quote unquote, that he did. But if he were a female Demora, he would definitely be a really, really high ranking one. I'm not sure he would be a menace though. He would certainly have princess level powers, but I'm not sure that he would accept rule, because he doesn't like being the center of attention. He's more the kind that just he's smart, but he just wants to lay in the sun on the beach and chill. So yeah, I don't think he would be a menace. He would be a menace to other, like, lawmakers, if he were a she. And would probably shirk responsibilities and just be like, yeah, whatever. I think because his personality is pretty laid back, otherwise, when he's not, you know, lost and terrified. Will it be gay if date your gender swap yourself from another universe? If who dates if nameless dates nameless gender swap, I think it would be incestuous. in some weird self-cessed. There's a term for it. So if male nameless dated a female nameless, it would be self-cessed. But it would be hetero self-cessed. Which is weird. And confusing. Really confusing. But not at the same time. Like, it's obvious. Because they're the opposite sex. It'll be even weirder than Sweet Home Alabama because they're not cousins. They are themselves. It wouldn't even be twins. They are literally identical beings. Just one has different chromosomes and organs. So yeah, I guess in a way it would be Sweet Home Alabama. Because in essence it would be like dating your twin who's the opposite sex. Fraternal twins. Not identical twins. Or maternal twins, not identical twins, not fraternal twins. Man, it's been 25 minutes and Evan still hasn't started. Where is this man? I just want to build a desk, guys. We asking the big question. Yeah, really. This is, we've gone into the philosophical part of the stream. Is it incest if you date yourself? But yourself identical to you, opposite gender. So it's literally you. But then are they you if they're the opposite gender? Because then they have different experiences, so then they're not you. God! The questions! Answers we will never get. But I must use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Everybody get up and stretch. Slowly starting to warm up in here. Conk betrays me. Conk! Betrayal. I just like flipped over to see if Evan was there, and I just see Conk in the chat. I'm like, no! There has been no meta, Conk. Come back. Nah, Conk's probably in school. I think they're American. Someone named Beth and Duncan are chatting at me. And they're saying, hey, I love your streams. And I'm like, you've never been to my streams. I've never seen them before. Got a whisper on Twitch. And I'm like, that's sus. Just straight up and say it. I've never seen you before. Oh no, you've asked Google AI. You asked it the question. Whether a relationship between you and a gender swap version of yourself from another genders would be considered gay or straight depends on your own sexual orientation. A person's sexual orientation is based on who they're attracted to, not hypothetical scenarios. A heterosexual person would be attracted to the person of the opposite sex in the house. Yeah, but that didn't answer the question. Dating your gender swap alternative self would be a heterosexual relationship if you were homosexual. It would be a homosexual relationship, but it wouldn't be because it would be a heterosexual relationship if they were gender swapped. So, Google AI is stupid. Because it's literally one is female, one is male. Therefore, it's a heterosexual relationship. But Nameless wouldn't date his gender swapped self from another universe because he's gay. Well, your answer is it will be straight because it's gender swap. So if Nameless were female and he dated and she dated Nameless, male, this Nameless, it would be a heterosexual relationship. So it would be straight because it's a male and a female together. Ethical? Probably not. Absolutely not. Kind of weird. Yeah. Probably not ethical. Alright. Alright, I'll see you. I'll see you next time, Death. We're just gonna raid Evan. I've got a desk to put together because I've got to get my life back in order. So, we're off sailing to other waters. Everybody, thank you for coming by. I'm sorry it was so quiet today and weird. And, yeah. I love you, bye-bye!